What if I told you that Nintendo just revealed a game that could make you forget about what's next for 3D Mario? Well, it sounds quite unrealistic, right? I was thinking in the exact same way as you. But then, I watched a good amount of Donkey Kong Bananza footage and trailers. And now I'm starting to think that Nintendo might have made a perfect 3D platformer we've wanted for decades. So this game is going to have fantastic vibrant graphics, great movement, controls, and camera angle, a story that is quite unique, and new mechanics you don't even have thought about. Before introducing you to what an amazing game Donkey Kong Bananza is going to be, let me tell you more about this series and where it has started in the first place. So, Donkey Kong originally started as an arcade game in 1981. In this game, Donkey Kong kidnapped Pauline, which is Mario's girlfriend, and now our favorite plumber is coming to save her. Simple concept and great gameplay, especially for that time. This made the Donkey Kong series a massive commercial success. That's why Nintendo continued releasing games for this franchise, but each new entry performed worse than the last one, so Nintendo stopped producing DK games for a long time, until in 1994, when Donkey Kong Country was released on the SNES. This game was a massive success. It sold almost 10 million copies and became the third best-selling SNES game of all time. This game truly revived the series we all know and love today. After that, Nintendo continued to release new Donkey Kong games almost every year until 1997. This is when the series started working on their most ambitious game so far. A new Donkey Kong game that this time was going to take place in a 3D environment. This game was Donkey Kong 64. Most people loved it, and this title also sold very well, 5.3 million copies to be precise. But Nintendo stopped producing games similar to this one, because their developer, Rare, was bought by Microsoft. This resulted in a massive change for the series. Now Donkey Kong mostly became a music rhythm series for a couple years. Thankfully, the Wii put this franchise back to its original path with a few releases of all their SNES games, and they continued the legacy with the Wii, which released Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, a fantastic platformer loved by everyone. And now, with the release of the Switch 2, Nintendo's decided to revive the 3D Donkey Kong series with a game we've been waiting for more than 25 years at the point, Donkey Kong Bananza. So, Donkey Kong Bananza is a 3D platformer that is going to release on Switch 2 on July 17 this year. In this game, Donkey Kong and young Pauline go on an adventure to recover all the Banandium Gems, these game's collectibles that Void Company have stolen. The Void Company are these game's villains, which will do anything to keep their stolen Banandium Gems. That's why they go deep underground, traversing many layers of earth, each one more spectacular than the last one, just so they won't get caught. But unfortunately for them, Donkey Kong is on his way to recover his gems, and he'll need to guide him on his journey. I've barely scratched the surface, so keep watching to find out what new fascinating abilities Donkey Kong has and what lands is he going to explore. And earlier, this game is going to introduce some groundbreaking mechanics that also suit DK really well. He's now able to destroy rocks and basically whatever he wants with his bare hands. Donkey Kong is also capable of tearing chunks of anything he likes, and he can later throw them into the air or surf with them, and that's not all. Our favorite gorilla is also able to create underground tunnels just by destroying the terrain underneath him. Keep in mind that all these actions are strongly related to puzzle solving or gem collecting, so don't worry about getting bored soon. Another thing that isn't boring at all are these games' worlds or layers, whatever you wanna call them. Each one is more spectacular than the last. So far, we don't know all of them, but we do know the lagoon, canyon, forest, and hilltop layers, and they simply look amazing. The graphics are perfect, and the world seems like it's going to be full of activities or collectibles. We should have to wait a few more weeks in order to experience them ourselves. I think almost all of you know Super Mario Odyssey, the incredible, revolutionary game that changed our expectations for 3D Mario games forever. But why would I mention it in this video? Well, it turns out that these two games have quite a few similarities. Like the fact that both games have stunning worlds in which there is plenty of stuff to do and collect, flawless movement, similar enemies, because the Void Company is formed out of three apes, each with different personalities, which is pretty much the same thing with the Brutals from Odyssey, customizable outfits for DK and Mario, and finally, very similar collectibles. You may think that these two games have a lot in common is a bad thing, but it is the exact opposite. Because similarities are massive, Donkey Kong Bananza will take the best stuff from Odyssey while not making it too obvious. This will be amazing. We have an Odyssey game on steroids basically. If you don't agree with me, make sure to tell me your opinion in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoyed this clip, I'd really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and share this video. I was David. Bye. Have a nice day.